Fire Force Season 3, Episode 16 Review. The final pillar is here. The 16th episode of Fire Force Season 3, Part 2, was an exhilarating watch because it did not end the way I expected it to. Let us see how this episode turned out. Benimaru's confrontation with his former master grows so overwhelming that it pulls Adola even closer to the real world. This event is marked by the eerie sight of a moon bearing a smile, as Benimaru quietly vows to honor his old boss by drinking under its gaze. Soon after, Marimo comes to understand the true nature of the Great Cataclysm, explaining that doppelgangers are born from how people collectively perceive someone. This is why even the moon becomes nothing more than a reflection of such an image. He suggests that Adola's true form is the sum of humanity's shared perceptions. In this sense, the Great Cataclysm is slowly blending human perception with reality itself, while the White Clad aims to reduce the world back to fire. If Adola embodies the imagination of mankind, and the White Clads' ambitions go beyond those imagined limits, it implies that every human vision ultimately ends in destruction. This perfectly aligns with their true goal. Given these revelations, the world's collapse becomes imminent within the anime. We get to know that there is only one pillar left before the Great Cataclysm happens. According to the White Clad members, humanity craves destruction and death, which is why they must guide humanity to its demise. Later, the 8th pillar finally comes out, signaling the destruction that is about to go down for the world. The Fire Force starts their preparation to not only face off against their enemy that will now appear with the pillar, but also evacuate civilians as far away as possible. Company 8 is also gearing up for their final battle as they plan to stop the Great Cataclysm anyhow. But after the pillar appears, spontaneous human combustion takes place rapidly among civilians, and very few manage to escape the scene. Though Captain Honda tries to take the Titan down, nothing really happens with his attack. From this pillar, Raffles Eye appears, whose power completely changes the sky. But that is when Shinra comes to the rescue. Not only Shinra, but the entire company comes to work out a plan with the other Fire Force members to defeat the common enemy. The fight begins, and it becomes challenging for Shinra to defeat Raffles Eye because Fairy comes to disrupt his gravitation. This makes it very difficult for Shinra to stay afloat, but thankfully, an unexpected ally comes to lend him a hand. In this episode, we finally see the two brothers reunite and fight side by side. This was definitely long overdue, and it was really interesting to see them fight in their full potential. But the White Clads are not the only threats Shinra had to face, as adversities keep coming to make the Great Cataclysm happen. I like today's episode, as things are finally getting serious now. The animation was pretty good, but it is the second half that made things worthwhile. The sudden participation of Iris in the battle made the fight way more memorable. Hopefully, the mystery behind her powers and Shinra's circumstances will be revealed properly in the next episode. Must read. Fire Force Season 3 Reviews.